Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Fear the Walking Dead video for today. This one's going to be answering a question that I think a lot of people have. Ever since we started this season, we were pretty much wondering, would this turn out to be the best season of Fear the Walking Dead yet? So we're going to be comparing it to the other 5 seasons and talking about, has this been the best season Fear the Walking Dead has ever had?
Death, destruction, decay, it's inevitable. But from this death comes new life.
And a late happy Thanksgiving to all my fellow Americans out there. I do want to say for everybody, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a great one yesterday. I do apologize. I actually totally forgot it was the American Thanksgiving yesterday, just because I live in Canada, and here in Canada, Thanksgiving is in October, so I just completely kind of forgot about it. But I do apologize for that, but happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and definitely I hope you guys had a great one, and definitely very, very much looking forward to the holidays, of course, now that we are heading into December pretty soon. So I did get a chance to see The Walking Dead World Beyond, the double finale last night, so I definitely, I definitely want to say that, the review for both of those episodes are going to be released this Sunday. I'm going to do 2 separate reviews for the episodes, just because I feel like there actually was enough, I feel like, in each episode to kind of do their own video, so we'll have 2 reviews this weekend for World Beyond, is basically what we're going to do. And this is the last Sunday of Walking Dead content for the year, guys, so that is basically it. After this Sunday, the Walking Dead content is pretty much done until about February 28th, when we have the return for The Walking Dead. Now, let's talk about Fear the Walking Dead, though. So, is this the best season of Fear the Walking Dead yet? I would personally say this is one of the seasons I've enjoyed the most of the series, because the thing is about it is that I had a lot of high hopes, right, for Season 1. When Season 1 of Fear the Walking Dead came out, I was really excited. I was like, okay, a spinoff of, like, the best TV show ever. This must be, like, something great. It must be something absolutely amazing. And once I was done Season 1 of Fear the Walking Dead, I was like, a little disappointed. I thought it was going to be better, that type of thing. And I still stand on that. I still think that Season 1 of Fear could have been a lot better. But it was a good first season. It wasn't as bad as some people make it seem. But there were a lot of flaws with the first season of Fear. But, I did like it. I thought there was a lot of things in the first season of Fear that was, still really good. And, definitely. But I don't find the first couple seasons of Fear very rewatchable is my only issue. Maybe some people could disagree with me on that, but I don't find the earlier seasons of Fear that rewatchable. I don't find Fear rewatchable at all. I mean, honestly, mostly at all. But I don't know, something about those earlier seasons, maybe it's just because knowing that they just completely threw out that main cast by the time you got to Season 4, it just doesn't make those earlier seasons that much, funner to watch now. And just because some of those episodes, I do have to admit, are pretty slow in the earlier couple seasons of Fear the Walking Dead. But Season 1, I would definitely say, is not as good as Season 6. That's the first one we can rule out. Season 2 is a very interesting season because we did get to see the Abigail for, like, the first half, the fake-out Daniel death, and then the hotel stuff in the second half. Now, I'm alright with the boat stuff, the Abigail stuff. I'm alright with it. It's not amazing, but it's decent. And then the Celia compound stuff, that was pretty good, pretty exciting around the mid-season finale there. And then the second half of the season with our characters all split up kind of did feel a little odd, and it made for some kind of boring episodes, which I know a lot of us have kind of discussed recently, is that, I think we can all agree a lot of the second half of Season 2 of Fear the Walking Dead was really boring at a lot of times. For me, the only thing that stood out for this season is the Chris and Travis stuff. That stuff had some good, kind of character development, and, stuff like that. But, and his death was definitely kind of crazy, as Travis just goes crazy on those 2 guys. But, I don't know, still not the best half season, Now, so I would say Season 6 is easily better than 1 and 2. Now, here's when things are going to get interesting. So, Season 3 of Fear the Walking Dead. This is a season that I really do like a lot, because I think that this is a season that has really really proved itself to be a really great season with a lot of great episodes. However, I do think, and I don't mean to offend anybody, I just think that Season 3 of Fear the Walking Dead is a little overrated for how much fan support it gets. Listen, it had its good moments. It did. It had its good moments. But I think a lot of people can probably agree with me that Season 3 is a little overrated by the fans just because of how bad Season 4 and 5 were. They say that Season 3 was so good. Listen, I get it. Season 3 was really good, but they had a lot of mistakes too. You know, Travis, that was a fail. I'm sorry, that was a complete fail and a disrespectful death for that kind of character. Jake's death, I feel like he could have went on longer. You know, Troy's death, it was a joke compared to what it should have been. It just happened and he was dead and it was like, what? Like, you know, it just made no sense. And Jeremiah's death, I'm supportive of that death. I think that was a good death. It set up the story well and it drove the story forward. But other deaths just made no sense, and while you could have kept those characters there. And another thing is, too, the stuff with Walker was really interesting, Taka, as he kind of shows up. And, you know, the stuff with, you know, him kind of in the crows and stuff, like, yeah, and the scalping of Jake and stuff, like, some of that stuff was really scary. And I was actually digging a lot of that stuff, because I was like, that's a good villain. Like, he's a really good villain. And then, by the second half of the season, he's, like, completely redeemed, or at least close to redeemed, and to a point where it's like he's, like, a full-on good guy when he was just scalping people and feeding people to crows in the season before, like in the half season before. Just a weird feel to it, you know? And, I don't know, the stuff with the dam, too, I don't really like the stuff at the dam anymore, because it doesn't go anywhere, because by the time you jump into Season 4, there is no end result to that, you know? They just survive, they just somehow make it to the stadium, you know? There's a lot of plot holes, there's a lot of decisions in Season 3 that I don't think are that good, you know, and there are many others that I'm just not mentioning here. However, I will say, out of the first 3 seasons of Fear, this is the best season. I will definitely agree to that. But I don't know if it deserves to be that kind of credited, when, in my opinion, they did make a lot of mistakes in Season 3 that I feel like kind of go unnoticed sometimes, you know? Deaths like Jeremiah or even Ophelia, that was a big one for the story. I feel like actually did do something to Daniel's character. But some of these other deaths like Travis and Jake, and the way they did Troy even too, I'm just like, guys, like, come on. Like, seriously, you can do better than this. You can. I honestly had faith in Dave Erickson that he could have done better. And I feel like Season 3 is an example of how Dave Erickson almost nailed Season 3. He almost did. He almost nailed that season. But there were a lot of problems with it still that I feel it could have been changed and adjusted, and then it could have been a way better season. But Season 3 is a good season of Fear. I know I'm going on a huge rant for Season 3, but I'm just saying that I feel like Season 3 is a bit overrated by the fans, is my final thing I'll say about it. But still a good season. Overall, still a good season. But it didn't lead to a good story later on, because Season 3 to Season 4, there is no lead-in into that season. I mean, there really isn't. So, but yes, absolutely. Season 3 is the best season out of the first 3. Now, Season 4, here's when it gets painful. So, they kill off Nick. Unfortunately, they had kind of no choice because the actor wanted to leave. So, I don't really put them at fault for that. And it is a shocking death. And as much as I hated it at first, I did. I was like, this is stupid. Why would they do it? Once you hear that Nick wanted to leave, and also kind of the fact that they did a shocking death. They got you. You know, they got the fans. Nobody expected that death. Nobody expected it. And honestly, the way they did Nick's death, even though I don't agree with, you know, that character being out of the show, they had no choice. And honestly, I will stick up for Ian and Andrew for once. I know. For once, I will stick up for them. That death made sense. It did. It made a lot of sense. Looking back on it, it's the only option they had. Now, the crappy part is that they made Charlie look so bad, right? It would have been probably a better decision if they would have had, like, a vulture or something do it. Like, a vulture shoot Nick or something. You know, I don't know. Something of the sort, you know. I don't know. I feel like they could have done something different to not make it so that, like, a little girl / Charlie is so hated. Because nobody's ever going to like that character because of what she did, you know? I don't know. I feel like there was a way around that, but that's the only gripe I have with Nick's death. Aside from that, I'm sorry, it makes sense. Now, we have the crossover, we have Morgan, he comes in, and he basically takes over this show as we see the death of Madison. And I'm going to start saying death of Madison because these showrunners for Fear the Walking Dead, they were interviewed a couple days ago when asked about Madison, and they said, well, there's not a body, you know, so, and she did say no one's gone till they're gone. Did anybody see that interview? Because I'm just like, yeah, like, honestly, I feel like the showrunners have something going on. And even though Ian and Andrew aren't really the showrunners per se anymore, because we have this ghostwriter now, it's still, you know, kind of interesting that they said that about Madison. So I don't know if Madison's dead, but let's say she is, okay, just for the sake of this recap. The way Morgan took over, no, absolutely not. And the second half of Season 4 with Martha, it wasn't the best season of Fear, guys. It really wasn't. The first half had some good parts to it, but overall, it was a bit of a fail for a season, I would say. Season 4 of Fear. Now, Season 5, speaking of fail, this season was garbage. I'm sorry, this season was garbage. Listen, I want to be as nice as I can, but Season 5 of Fear was really bad. Listen, I thought the first 4 episodes or so, like the first quarter of Season 5, had some good elements to it, but they were just alright. I mean, at best, you know? And then the rest of the season, with the camera episodes, with Logan, with Jenny, the cameras, the Morgan death cliffhanger at the end of the season, like, just all of this stuff could have been avoided. I feel like could have been done way better, and they just didn't do it. I'm not really going to go over this season too much. We all know Season 5 of Fear, in my opinion, and I'm sure in a lot of your guys' opinion, is probably the worst season of Fear the Walking Dead yet, I would say. So yeah, and then Season 6. So yes, I would say, guys, honestly at this point, doing this recap all the way through, thinking back on these seasons right now, Season 6 of Fear is the season I've enjoyed the most. Now, it has some gripes too. It does. Sherry, I think they could have done that differently. Absolutely. I think we could have seen more of our characters, because Luciana was only in like 1 episode. Same thing with Sarah. June was like in 2 of them. Alicia was only in 2. Like, they could have done things differently, you know? But all I'm saying is, I think that Season 6 of Fear, in terms of entertainment, in terms of character development, in terms of Morgan, Dwight, Alicia, the rest of the cast, the characters, the acting, the set pieces even, visually, and, you know, kind of the getting rid of the gray filters and doing a lot of this stuff, really having a different feel to this season, even just through 7 episodes of this season, and to, you know, really conclude this video, I'm gonna give it to Season 6, guys. I'm just gonna give it to Season 6. I think Season 6 of Fear is highly the best season Fear the Walking Dead has ever done. I don't know what they're gonna do for the second half. The second half looks great. If there's ever a chance that the second half isn't good, I'm gonna be shocked by the look of it, honestly. But as it stands right now, and as I look back on these last 6 seasons or 5.5 seasons of Fear, this is the half season that I've actually enjoyed the most, that I've been looking forward to the episodes every week, the more and more as they go on, and the most. I feel like this season deserves, you know, this kind of credit. I do. I think Season 6 is a really great season, and I feel like if this second half of Season 6 is even better than the first half, which is possible by the looks of it, guys, this is going to go hands down as maybe one of the best seasons of Walking Dead franchise. If they really, like, nail these next 9 episodes, and they really give us a darn good war with Jenny and these, you know, spray painters, and if there is a slight possibility they ever do the Madison return too, I'm still not buying it, but I'm just saying that if they ever did, I think that would really be the cherry on top, you know, of the cake for Fear the Walking Dead Season 6. I feel like at that point, it would just be like, yes, absolutely. But I already think this is the best season of Fear the Walking Dead yet. So, we'll have to see. Maybe the second half will ruin it. Maybe Season 6 will go down a bit. But so far, from what I can tell, I have a feeling it's just about to just reiterate how this is the best season of Fear once it returns for those 9 episodes. So, anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. Is Season 6 the best season for you guys of Fear the Walking Dead? For me, it definitely is, but I definitely want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. If you guys are new here, click that subscribe button to send my videos for Fear the Walking Dead. Follow Dan's Walking Reviews on Instagram, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Anybody out there?